Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a fascinating little corner of the crypto world, faucets. What are they? How do they work? And are they really just a drop in the bucket, or is there something more to them?
I mean, it's the ultimate hook, isn't it? The idea of getting something for nothing. And when it comes to crypto faucets, the answer is, well, technically, yes. But, and this is a big but, it comes with some major strings attached that we're going to unpack right now.
So here's how we're going to break it all down. We'll start with what a crypto faucet even is and how the whole thing actually works. Then we'll get into the different kinds you'll find out there, the risks you absolutely need to know about, and we'll wrap up by answering that one big question: is this just a waste of time?
Okay, let's get right into it. What exactly is a crypto faucet? Well, the name itself is actually the perfect analogy. It really does all start with a single leaky drop. Seriously, just picture a leaky kitchen faucet. Drip, drip, drip. That's the core idea here. These websites or apps drip tiny, tiny fractions of a cryptocurrency, like Satoshis, which are the smallest unit of Bitcoin, to users who do little online tasks. It's a way to get your hands on some crypto without actually having to buy it. And you know, this whole idea, it isn't some new fad. We're talking way back in 2010, when Bitcoin was just getting started. The very first faucet was made by a key Bitcoin developer, Gavin Andresen. And his goal wasn't to make anyone rich. It was just to get the word out, to get this brand new thing called Bitcoin into as many hands as possible.
Now this is where the story gets kind of wild. The reward. Back in 2010, for solving one simple CAPTCHA, you were given 5 whole Bitcoin. Yeah, you heard that right, 5. At today's prices, that's just a mind-blowing amount of money. It really puts into perspective how much the entire crypto world has changed since then.
All right, so obviously the days of getting 5 free Bitcoin are long gone. So how do these things actually work today? Well, it's a pretty simple trade. You give them your time and attention, and they give you a tiny little bit of crypto in return.
So for you, the user, it's a pretty straightforward process. You sign up, you do these little micro tasks, you earn your tiny rewards, and then, and this is the important part, you have to earn enough to hit a minimum withdrawal limit before you can move it to your own wallet. Now you might be thinking, why would anyone just give away crypto? Well, they're not. They're making money from ad revenue every time you click or watch something, and they're just sharing a tiny piece of that profit back with you.
But let's be real. Solving CAPTCHAs over and over again, that gets boring, fast. So to keep people clicking, these faucets had to get a little more creative over the years.
You've still got your basic CAPTCHA solvers, for sure, but now there's a whole buffet of options. Some are like little mini casinos where you roll dice or spin a wheel. Others have built the whole system into simple online games, and almost all of them have some kind of loyalty program to keep you coming back every single day.
Now, within this world of faucets, you'll find they basically fall into 2 main buckets. You've got the ones that are totally free, and then you've got the ones that use a freemium model where they try to get you to pay for an upgrade. And this table lays it out pretty clearly. A site like freebitcoin.in is purely ad-supported. You just show up and make your free claims. But then you have a platform like Cointiply, which is what we call freemium. The basic service is free, but they're always dangling a paid membership in front of you, promising things like earning crypto faster or getting bigger rewards.
Okay, so we've seen how they work and the different flavors they come in. But now we have to get to the most important part of this whole conversation. It's time for a reality check. We have to talk about the risks.
Because let's face it, anytime you hear the words free money, the first question out of your mouth should be, okay, what's the catch? And believe me, with crypto faucets, there are a few pretty big ones.
First and foremost, the rewards are tiny, and I mean microscopic. You're often spending your time clicking and watching ads just to earn fractions of a single penny. The math on your time versus the reward just doesn't add up to anything significant.
Next up is the really ugly side of things, scams. The web is absolutely littered with sketchy faucet sites that will let you click away and build up a balance that they have zero intention of ever letting you withdraw. Or even worse, some are just fronts to try and get malware onto your computer.
And that leads us right to security in general. I mean, you're signing up for these sites, maybe giving them an email address. You have to be smart. This means using strong, unique passwords for everything. And if a faucet site is even halfway legit, it'll offer 2-factor authentication. Use it every single time.
So, where does all this leave us? When you stack up those tiny, tiny rewards against some very real risks, what's the verdict? Are these things actually worth your time? Look, if you're still curious and you want to dip your toes in the water, that's okay. But you have to go in with your eyes wide open.
First, do your homework. Look up reviews and see if people are actually getting paid. Second, and this is a big one, use a completely separate crypto wallet just for this stuff. Don't mix it with your real investments. And maybe most important of all, manage your expectations.
You know, one of our sources, Crypto.news, really summed it up perfectly. The key is to see faucets for what they are, not an investment, not a way to get rich, but maybe an educational tool. They can be a fun way to learn the absolute basics of how a crypto wallet works, but that's about it.
So in the end, it all boils down to this one simple question that you have to ask yourself. Is that little bit of education, that hands-on experience, worth your time in exchange for a few Satoshis? That's the real bottom line, and only you can decide what the answer is.